Welcome to Estonian Cricket Weekly. I am Ragne Hallik. Before we get started, like the video, subscribe and share it with your friends to help us spread Estonian cricket to the world. This year, for the first time, the ECA will have two divisions in our indoor league. Division 1 will begin on October 22nd, so let's have a look at the teams.
I'm Ashish from Tallinn United, and this indoor season we will be playing in blue colors, our club colors. Our club is active in Estonia since 2013, and that's one of the special thing about it. We are the oldest active club in Estonia. We have won 6 outdoor titles and 4 indoor titles, and I think this year we are counting on Yash and Anurag Mihir to be one of the top indoor players. And as we are the defending champions for the last year, so I will go with Tallinn United to win this title.
I am Mubashir from Tartu Wolves Cricket Club. Our club started playing in 2018 and we play in 3 different colors: grey, blue and white. Grey color come from the national animal of Estonia, grey wolf, and this brings the name of our club, Tartu Wolves. Blue and white color come from the Estonian flag. I think we are one of the most passionate clubs in Estonia, because we play cricket by traveling 5 hours from Tartu to Tallinn, and we have also many key players and they contributed well in indoor and outdoors. For example, Ali Raza, who is also part of national team, and we have key opener Furqan Manzoor and very fast bowler Aqib Ayub, and they are performing indoor and outdoor. And for example, like last year we got 3rd position in indoor, and this time we are playing in Division 1, and hopefully this time Tartu Wolves will win.
Hey, I'm Ashraful Shovo. I'm playing for Tallinn Striker Cricket Club. We start our journey as a club back in 2020. We wear a combination of orange, grey and black jersey. We play as a team. Our team chemistry is as strong off the field as well as on the field. We wanted to be recognized as hammer like a strength, thus the award strike sharp as a striker. We have won T20 as well as 40 overs competition back in 2021. In 2022, we became champion of 40 overs game as well. It's a unique record that we hold as a team to be a champion of both T20 and 40 overs competition in a season in Estonia. As I said, we play as a team. We don't like to glorify individual performance. It's a team game, everyone perform and we win the game. Obviously, we'd like to win next year outdoor 40 overs game as well as 20 overs game. Thank you.
Hello cricket crazy people, this is Tony Jaman. Right now I've been playing for the cricket club Tallinn Riders. The name actually came in our mind when we were building the cricket club, and we planned that once in Estonian cricket we will lead. So the club will lead once, so we'll ride on the top. This is why we kept our club's name Tallinn Riders. Moreover, the color purple also is the color of our sponsor Hookah Palace. The owner of Rana Rahman is sponsoring our club. There are so many things to say about the specialty of our club, but the most important thing that our bondage. We are like a family, and we started with the slogan, cricket for entertainment. We are playing cricket to entertain ourselves, to entertain our body and mind as well. Tallinn Riders started playing cricket in Estonia from 2020. Really, we feel proud to say that we have so many players who have a great impact on for our club. For an example, Rana Rahman, he is one of the most impact player for our club as an all-rounder. Hardik Pandya, Anand, Kush, myself, Ronnie, Tanvir, and others. Stallion Riders is coming with full strength, full spirit, and full passion for the love of cricket. So we are sure that in this season, we are not only to play the semi-finals, we are here in Estonia to ride in cricket in Estonia, and we will be champion, the Tallinn Riders.
Hello to all the people watching this video from Estonian Cricket Association. This is me, Junaid Qazi, representing Tallinn Stallions. Yellow, a bit of white and black. And yes, obviously I'm wearing my Stallions cap. First start playing in Estonia, that would be year 2020. We have one of the highest scoring players in the club, Zafar Rahman Malik. And he scored 300 runs in 40 overs format. So we have one T20 and then another T20. So we have won 2 T20 national championships. Who will win this year's Division 1 indoor championship? Obviously, I'll be backing up my team for sure, 100%. None of that. I mean, I'll be playing myself as well. So that would be Tallinn Stallions for sure.
While in Montenegro, outgoing ECA President Stu Hook chatted to Steve Ogden, better known as social media star Thogdad.
Hi guys, Stu here from the ECA. I'm joined with Steve Thogden, the Montenegro Buccaneers. Welcome, Steve.
Great to be here, isn't it? And honestly, you look around you, could we be doing anything better in life right now than standing here with a beer watching some cricket?
In Montenegro, the Port of Montenegro, in Tivat, another big lick.
Yeah.
See, that's gone out. That's gone out of the ground.
That is amazing.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So, firstly, how did you get involved in cricket back as a youngster? Like, you played much in your time before?
Not a lot, mate.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say that my sports were tennis, badminton, football, but I always loved cricket.
Yeah.
So when I was sort of 15, 16, I used to write for a couple of local newspapers back home, Lancaster Guardian, Morecambe Visitor. And there was a team called Lancaster, which had some good play, played in a really good league. So the league they played in, including the likes of Ravi Shastri, who used to be the captain of India, some of the Sri Lankan internationals. So I watched good cricket, and I used to write the reports for the local newspaper when I was 15 years old. So I loved the game, but I didn't have the confidence to really play it.
Yeah.
And only when I was a little bit older did I think, well, you know what? I love the game. Why am I not out there?
Yeah, never
having
too old
fun?
to start. Yep.
So I'm the guy who just loves the game, but never really had the coaching. But then when I got older, I thought, what the hell?
Yep.
You know, just play when you can and enjoy it.
Yep.
So I'm one of those social guys who loves the game and plays when I can.
Yeah. And when did that sort of get started? We've been 5 years ago, 10 years ago? Or?
Well, I've played sort of all my life, barring a 10-year stretch in Russia, because I was in Russia. There's just no cricket.
Yes.
And that's the thing about cricket, isn't it? If you are wandering, you know, and you end up in a country like that, you either start a team or you don't play, which is brilliant what you guys have done. Now, here in Montenegro, we're just a bunch of lads who love being here. And you found that there's a few English lads, South Africans, Australians. What have we got in common? Cricket.
Yeah.
So we all got together and set up this team.
Yeah.
And initially we used to play, actually, it's about 10 kilometres down the coast.
Okay. Yeah.
There's a place called Yaz Beach, and we took a mat, we laid it down, and we played cricket. And then eventually what happened was that people would be coming here on holiday, other cricketers, and they'd see cricket being played. They'd swap numbers, and then they'd come down, touring teams would come down here.
Yeah.
So it's
That's how we did it as well. We found out through a number and we came down here. So
So we've created this, and we're very lucky to play on this pitch. This is a development called Porto Montenegro, and we don't own this, but luckily we've been allowed to lay a surface. We've got a grass wicket that we're not using today, and it's all about the passion of volunteers.
Yep.
So it's the guys like Posh Tim and Jack and me. It's all about getting together, forming a team, volunteering, chipping in with kit. Every time one of us goes to England, we'll come back with some wicket-keeping gloves or whatever.
Saves on the freight, doesn't it?
Saves on the freight. So it's developed like that. And what is and today in our team we've got, I'd say, 1 or 2 players who are almost non-players. We've got one guy who's a semi-pro, but what we got in common is the love for the game.
Absolutely, and it's come gangbusters, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you first come here with your mat down at the beach 10 k's away, you probably
Yes.
wouldn't have imagined the 16 tournaments.
Yes.
You guys
Yeah.
pretty excited about how it's turned out?
Oh, it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant on so many levels. That, again, it's like 6 teams here, differing standards. Like I said, from semi-pro down to fairly basic. But it's been a great tour. Everyone's really got on. Everyone, the spirit of this game, of this tournament, has been brilliant. You know, there's a few missed fields, a few mistakes.
Yeah.
You know, I went for 31 in one over. You know,
I wasn't
thought I'd
going to bring
mention
it up, but
No, do bring that up. Do bring that up. You've got every right to. But no, the spirit's been brilliant, and to be the hosts here. It's wonderful. Teams have been coming here, some of them for the first time. Actually, the old Haws have been here 4 times.
Yeah.
1 or 2 of the teams have not been here before, and they're all saying, we're coming back.
Yeah.
We're coming back next year to play. You know, when they're not playing, they're on a boat trip, they're walking in the mountains, they're possibly exploring the bars and the clubs of this beautiful country.
Is it Clubhouse, Salon Privé?
Yeah, Salon
Blue
Privé.
Yeah.
And that's a great thing. Salon Privé is a local casino bar, and they've sponsored this.
Yeah.
You know, they've chipped in a bit of money. They know how good it is to bring people here. Porto Montenegro have been wonderful hosts. It's their ground.
Yeah.
So it's been spectacular, yeah.
Yeah. You're quite busy, obviously, at the moment with social media, getting
Yeah.
involved in football, working with Theo, of course. But you
Yes,
seem to
yes.
always have time for cricket in Montenegro.
You make time, don't you? And I love this country. I own a property down here.
Yeah.
I spend 4 or 5 months a year here. And it's the love for the game that brings me here. I mean, our channel, the Thogden channel on YouTube is football. You know, we've got 1 million subscribers, but we've got a lot. I'd say 10, 20,000 of our subscribers are from the Indian subcontinent.
Yeah.
And they're always telling me cricket content. So possibly in the future, we should bring the cameras here. We should we should do YouTube videos from
Absolutely,
here.
yeah.
But yes, I come here because I love it. You know, I love the country.
Yeah.
I love the banter. My teammates are sat over there
Having some lunch, yeah.
having some lunch. Great banter, great bunch of individuals, and that's what cricket's all about. Whatever you level, you come together, you have a laugh, and yeah, there's, like I said, there's going to be mistakes, there's going to be missed fields, but you don't get on anyone's back.
Yeah.
You support each other, and the team we've formed here has a wonderful spirit.
And it's stuck together, hasn't it? It's only growing.
It's stuck together. And what we do is, because a lot of boats come into here. So the other night, one of our guys was down a bar, 2 o'clock in the morning, having a cold one. He got talking to a South African guy who said, "Well, yeah, I'm a semi-pro cricketer, 24 years old, called Erin." And we're like, "Well, mate, you're playing tomorrow, so don't have another drink, have a coffee. You're playing tomorrow."
Piece of toast.
Yeah. So we've got another player. We got a new player in the last 48 hours, who's Erin, who's a spectacular player.
Absolutely.
And that's what it's all about. You bring in new blood, you make them feel welcome, and just maybe they'll come back. We have players in this team who've got houses here who will fly in for games. I will fly in from London just to do this.
It's pretty
because
remarkable.
why not? You know,
Yeah.
life doesn't get much better than drinking a beer, playing cricket, surrounded by the mountains, the submarines, and the sea. You know,
I liken this. Formula One has Monaco, cricket has Porto Montenegro.
it has, mate. It has. And
Speaking about semi-pro players,
Yes.
Theo, he's a decent cricketer in his own right, yeah?
Do you know what? So Theo is obviously my son, and he's sporting.
Yeah.
And I'd say his best sports were in the day football, and he was okay at tennis and hockey. Cricket, you know, when he was younger, he was a bit scared of the ball. He's got a good eye. He's got a good eye for a ball in any sport. So there was one time he was batting against the grandson of Garfield Sobers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And this guy was like a real talent. Playing for his school team. Everyone was turned up to watch this guy bowl.
Wow, yeah.
He bowls to Theo, four. Hit him for 3 fours in a row.
Yeah.
This kid who's, 13 years old, getting so annoyed with himself. But Theo's just like, well, that's all I can do is I can see the ball and I can
hit the ball,
and I can throw it. I think he then got out. But so Theo's got this natural ability. But I think cricket, if you want to go to the next level, you've got to put in the thousands of hours.
Yes, absolutely.
And my son never did that.
Yeah.
If you want to be the real, but if you want to play socially like I do,
Oh, that sounded out.
I think
sounded very
a
out.
wicket behind us. If you want to play social, brilliant.
Yeah.
But if you want to reach your level, you've got to
Well,
put in
not
that.
my level.
Yeah, I know,
Not
mate, don't you
Come
know?
on.
And Robbo behind the camera, honestly, 101 he scored, not out, brilliant innings against us. But no, if you want to get to the level of you two, you've got to put in thousands of hours, haven't you?
It does take a lot of time, yeah.
Yeah. Don't be modest. Don't be modest.
Speaking of time, one final thing.
Yeah.
Where do you see the Montenegro cricket scene moving forward in the next couple of years, and what do you see your role in helping it out?
Right, I mean, the next stage is we have an expat team here.
Yeah.
With the exception of a guy called Sasha Ilic, who used to be a goalkeeper for Charlton.
Okay.
Used to be a professional footballer. He's not here today. He's part of our team. He's a Serbian lad. Milan, who you saw the last couple of days, he's a Montenegrin lad.
Yes, he
brought
played
up in
the
South
other game,
Africa.
yeah.
Got 3 wickets the other day for the Old Horse. So we've got a couple of locals coming through. The next stage is to find. Occasionally, you get local guys watching the game from the sidelines, and you can see in their head they're thinking that looks fun.
Yeah.
We need to get them onto this pitch, and the kids from that school and other schools, get them here, give them a bit of coaching, and get them playing. And that is the next stage. And I know you've got the same thing going on in Estonia. Also get some of the women here playing. So go beyond an expat social team and bring in the local people. Now, obviously, that's the next step up, isn't it?
Yes.
That's when you get the ICC involved, you get sponsors involved. It's a huge step.
Yeah.
And you need really dedicated organisers, volunteers, etc. And I hope we take that step, because this is a very sporting country. This is Montenegro. I think they've got the best water polo team in the world.
Yeah.
Got brilliant basketball players, footballers, very competitive, very sporting, very tall people. And if they can be taught cricket at an early age, there's no reason why they can't be the sort of county players of the future. So I would love to see that happen, but it will take dedication. And what we have to sort out, this ground, it might be developed one day. You know, you see it as a development over there. I'd hate to think it. Yeah, and look, it's up to Porto Montenegro. They own this ground. They might put a block of flats here one day. If that happens, we need to find a new home. I think that is critical. That we have a permanent home where we can build a clubhouse, and there can always be cricket there. And then it's a matter of filling the ground: kids cricket, women's cricket, seniors cricket, disabled cricket. You know, all of it can be done.
Yeah, for sure. Well, exciting times ahead. That's also a big hit.
That is a big hit. Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time.
Great to see you, Stuart.
All the best moving forward. Cheers.
Nice one, mate. I hope there's something proper in there.
A little bit. Yeah, it's Bacardi and Coke.
Nice one.
Thanks, buddy.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks, Dog Dad, for taking the time to chat with us and also spending a match on commentary and promoting the stream to all of his followers. Anyone who missed it, here's a replay of his over during the finals day.
Yeah, so the captain's just gone to Thoggers and said, right, this is your debut on international television. I'm going to let you bowl this over, but I'm going to fine you at the end of the day.
Thoggers is running in for his first delivery without the ball. New tactic.
New tactic.
Not seen before. No. Batsman looks confused.
Yeah. Shout out to Terry O'Connor, operations manager of cricket in Estonia, just logging on and watch us down here, the third place match. First ball, Thoggers gone for 6. Actually, I think that's a 12. Sorry to say, Thog Dad. Yeah. And at this stage, Old Horse have very solidly in 4th position, you'd imagine. Buccaneers will almost certainly take the 3rd place spot here as home team. They definitely deserve it. But let's see what happens with this over.
It's going to need a few big overs, but...
Oh,
but 12 from the first 2.
I think that's the 5th. Yeah, that's exactly the same distance onto the chipping green.
The captain's heading over. Captain's still angry about the decision made.
Absolute seething, captain. Yeah.
The captain didn't think this game was losable when they were looking at 18 runs and over, but 2 balls later, things are starting to turn.
Come on, Thog Dad. Here we go. Yorker in the air, over short cover, 4 scored.
1 bounce, 16 so far from half the over.
So the crowd's called it a big cheer there. I'm not sure if it was a cheer for the batter hitting the 4 or if it was a cheer for Thog Dad not going for 6 on that delivery.
I think we could be on for a record here as well. I think there was a 29 off 1 over on Friday.
Yeah. Oh, that's a big hit over mid-off. 18-22 off so far. Captain's got the teapot stance at deep mid-on, shaking his head. Oh, they revised the 3rd ball to a 6. Okay, so we've got 4 6s. 4 6s here, they've changed that. I've missed that, apologies.
So for those watching, that could be because the The grass is cut to the edge of the rope, isn't it, which makes it tricky to see from over here.
Sure.
It looked like it might have fallen short from our angle, but with a shorter boundary, we could be on for a record here.
Here we go, 4 sixes, 2 balls left in the over.
Oh, he's missed it. Timmy Stumping chose not to.
Yeah, very good comeback ball from Thogdad there, just a bit short of a length and jumped up.
So there's a lot of pressure on this delivery now.
Yeah.
If it goes for 6, it's the worst over of the whole weekend. If it doesn't,
it's a no ball.
or it's a no ball wide.
And a free hit.
So we creep to 25 with a free hit on the final delivery.
The advantage of being an international all-rounder, which is what Thogdad is, he did bat a bit, so he hit 20 odd. So I think his main total is not to go for how much he scored, but I'm not sure what that is. It's got to be close at the moment. There it is. Oh
And there
no,
it is.
that is a big 6. That's the biggest of the lot. That's out the ground.
Cleared the fencing.
Oh, no.
One bounce on the road.
Thogdad, 31 off the over. I think that does actually end up being more than... Yeah, we've got an editor on the way down with a bit of
Thogdad seems to have gone to the power. He's ripping the plugs and the cameras out.
Don't forget, we have our Kids Introduction to Cricket course for boys and girls ages 6 to 13 coming up just over a week. If you haven't registered yet, send us an email to development@estoniancricket.com and we will help you with the process. We have our Introduction to Cricket for women and girls ages 13 and over starting October 23rd. Registrations are still open. If you're interested, send us an email to development@estoniancricket.com. Thanks to our sponsors Sportbet.io, Hi.com, BluffVPN, Nordcom, Beton and HML Project Management for their continued support of cricket in Estonia.